Alright, what's up guys? This is Tyler from CardPullz. I have a deck profile of my 6 Samurai deck. Told you guys I'd be doing a deck profile, I don't know if you knew, but let's just run over this deck real quick. I don't really have long synchros. Legendary 6 Samurai Shein. This is a main card in a 6 Samurai deck. If you don't have this card and you have a 6 Samurai deck, you just need to stop playing it. He requires a warrior type tuner and one or more non-tuner synchro type, or 6 Samurai type monsters, sorry for that. Once per turn, you can negate the activation of a spell or trap card. You can use this on your opponent's turn or your turn. Pretty freaking awesome card. Alright. We have Light-In Dragon. I don't really use this guy that often, but he's just in there as a filler right now. If this card battles another monster, you can have it lose 500 attack, and the attacking monster, or the monster that this card is attacking, loses 1500 attack and defense. He loses the 500 permanently, by the way. Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. He is a 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner. 2600, he's a filler. He's nothing insane. Kagemusha of the 6 Samurai. If you don't have this card in a 6 Samurai deck and you run synchros, you need to get this card. Alright, this guy is a 2-star synchro monster. You could easily pull Shein out with this guy. He is an amazing asset to the deck. And if he's on the field, you can basically, let's say opponent uses a spell, trap, or effect monster that can destroy one monster. If it targets a 6 Samurai, you can target this card instead. But mostly people use him for tuners. So, Spirit of the 6, this is a union monster. It equips to a 6 Samurai. When it's equipped to a 6 Samurai, it gets 500 attack and defense, and if that equipped monster destroys a monster, you get to draw a card, which is cool. But you can also, once per turn, you can also unequip this guy and put him in face-up attack position. Use him as a synchro, a tuner. He's not a tuner, but you could use him to synchro summon, which is pretty cool. Legendary 6 Samurai Mizuo and Legendary 6 Samurai Shinai. These two guys work in great combination. This Shinai states that if you have a Mizuo on the field, you can special summon Shinai. Mizuo states that if you have a Shinai on the field, you could special summon a Mizuo. Alright. Mizuo, let's run over his effect real quick. Once per turn, you contribute 1 6 Samurai monster you control to destroy 1 card on the field. Alright. When this card is tributed, you can select a 6 Samurai monster from your graveyard and add it to your hand. So if you see how that works, you summon this, special summon. You have Gateway, your Gateway gets a counter. Of course, 2 counters would be special summon and a normal summon. And then use his effect, tribute him, send him to the graveyard, get another 6 Samurai back, other than him. It's an amazing combination. The 6 Samurais have just amazing ways of special summoning. I've never seen anything like it. I run 2 Grandmasters because you can only control 1 face-up Grandmaster at a time, so I don't want to have them both in my hand at the same time. This is just in case one of them is destroyed. But he's a 5-star, 2100. You can either sacrifice for him, or he has the effect where if there's another 6 Samurai on the field, you can special summon him. Just boom, no attributes, etc. Alright, and when he is targeted by a card effect and destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target a 6 Samurai monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. He's good for busting out Shein right here. Because 6 Samurai, special summon him, there's your synchro. Hopefully you got a tuner though. Whoops. Alright. I run 2 Great Shogun Sheins. 1 secret, 1 super. I wish I had 2 secrets, but anyways. This card is a 7-star. Actually, no, he's an 8-star. Sorry about that. He's a 2500 attack. Your opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap card per turn. And if you control 2 or more 6 Samurais, you could special summon this guy from your hand. But the good effect is he runs in combination with Shein over here. Shein negates 1 spell or trap card per turn, if you remember. And this guy only allows them to play 1 spell or trap card per turn. So basically, that 1 spell or trap card is useless. And most 6 Samurais have the effect where if this guy would be destroyed, you can destroy another 6 Samurai instead. But most of them have that. This is 2500, etc. Alright, we have a Nishi Shein's Chancellor. I run 2 of these. 1 Ultra, 1 Super. I'd run 2 Ultras, but don't got it. So this guy is cool because you can remove from play 2 6 Samurais in your graveyard to special summon him, which usually happens, like, I put them in my graveyard myself and use a card to special summon him. I'll show you guys that card later. I'll put him to the side just in case, right down there. Alright, but once per turn you can target one face-up monster card and destroy it, but if you use that effect, he cannot attack this turn. He's good for, he's a light monster. I could use him for my Light-In Dragon. I don't really use Light-In Dragon that much though, like I said. That guy. He's a good card just for his destroy effect. Alright, we run 2 6 Samurai Nasashis. This guy is really cool because he can attack twice if you control another 6 Samurai. He doesn't have a special summon effect, unfortunately, but either way, he can attack twice, which is pretty cool because he's got 1400. He's a 4-star. Just make sure you control another 6 Samurai before you play this guy. Always. Or you can run to defense. I usually find myself running to defense. Alright, we have Iru. If you control another 6 Samurai monster, this card can, if he gets the effect, if you control another 6 Samurai, if he attacks a face-down monster, it destroys it at the start of the damage step, so you take no damage. It doesn't flip the card face up. It just immediately destroys it. He's a 1700 4-star. He's good. I love that guy. He's got great art. Uriza, this guy is basically a filler right now, but if you control another 6 Samurai, this card can attack your opponent directly. He's got an 1000, which is pretty cool. He's got an awesome art. I don't know if you guys can see how awesome that looks. And then we got Kaizen. Kaizen is an amazing card. He has my favorite art. The way his sword is like shining over there, it just looks awesome. He's a super. He's like $15. My friend pulled him from a pack and gave him to me. But if you control another 6 Samurai monster on the field, you can special summon this guy to the field from your hand. If you control 2 or more other 6 Samurai monsters besides Kaizen, he gets a 300 boost. So he'll be a 2100 4-star. He is great for tuning, great for synchroing. Just, I mean, insanely amazing. Alright, we got Zanji. Zanji isn't really one of my favorite guys, but I put him in there because he's a 1800 4-star, and he's another filler until I get more cards. But if there's another 6 Samurai, he gets his effect. If this card attacked, it destroys the monster that it attacked after the damage applies, which kind of sucks because it's after. I mean, you still lose life points if you attack a higher monster, but it still destroys the monster. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. Alright, 1 Elder. That's all I run. Elder is, if your opponent controls a monster and you control none, you can special summon this guy. He's great for putting out a tuner. Special summon him and then throw a tuner for your normal summon and then boom, synchro. Alright, Sheehan Squire. This guy is a warrior tuner. You could use him to synchro summon pretty much any one of these. You get a tuner. But you can discard this card from your hand to have one monster that includes 6 Samurai in its name to not be destroyed by battle this turn, which is really cool. You still take damage, but you don't lose that monster, so you can use him for synchros, etc. Sheehan's Daredevil, he's a 4-star with 1600 attack, but when he's normal summoned, he gets a Bushido counter on him that increases his attack by 300, so he'll be at 1900. At any point that this card is face up, you can take the Bushido counter from him and put it on another card that you can have a Bushido counter on, which is really cool. You can use it for your gateways and dojos, etc., etc. Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. She's a filler right now, but she's a really good card to have for tuners. When she's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon an Earth Warrior with 1500 attack or less and face up attack, which is a really cool way to special summon. I liked how they did that with the cards. DD Warrior Lady. Pretty sure everyone knows what DD does. Basically, when you attack her, whenever she battles a monster, after damage calculation, you can remove from play her and the monster that she battled. So it's good for taking out big monsters, even though you lose life. Ultra Rare Marauding Captain. Gotta have him in here. Basically, when he's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand to the field. And as long as this guy remains face up on the field, you have to attack him before you attack another warrior type monster. So, this is cool. I mean, you have to get rid of him first. He's a hassle. Gotta love him. Alright, we got the Parallel Rare. I don't know. Let me see if I can get that light to shine correctly. You can kind of see it. Just a little bit. Nah, it's not going to work. Anyways, a Parallel Rare, Exiled Force. You contribute this card to destroy one monster on the field. Basically, that's all he's used for. He's a little 1000. But he's a good warrior. Alright, we're moving on to the Magic now. Gateway of the Six. This is a great card. You can only have one, but if you run a 6 Samurai deck, you need this. Each time a 6 Samurai monster is special or normal summoned, it gets 2 counters. It has 3 different counter effects. It has a 2, a 4, and a 6. Alright. If you remove 2 counters, you can target a face-up 6 Samurai or Shein monster, and it gains 500 attack until the end phase, which is really cool. But this is the best effect right here. You remove 4 counters to add a 6 Samurai monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. That is great for special summoning, synchro summoning, anything that you can imagine this card can do. If you remove 6, you can target a Shein effect monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. So that's a gateway. You gotta have gateway. Temple of the Six. Each time a 6 Samurai monster is normal or special summoned, this card gets a Bushido counter. For each Bushido counter, your opponent's monsters lose 100. So if you have 2 Bushido counters, your opponent's monsters lose 200. It's sweet. It's a field card. It's a filler though. I wouldn't recommend running it in tournaments. It's not amazing. You can replace it with Dojo, but still, like I said, filler. Ultimate Cunning of the 6 Samurai. You send one face-up 6 Samurai monster from your field to the graveyard to special summon a 6 Samurai from either player's graveyard. It's a quick play. You can use it when your opponent declares an attack. It would replay the battle phase. You'd get a good monster out. Alright, Reinforcement. Reinforcement is add 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. You can use this to get Kaizen, any monster that you want to synchro summon. It's freaking awesome. The warrior returning alive is return a warrior type monster to your hand from your graveyard. Of course, you're going to need that just in case Shein gets knocked out. It would return him to the extra deck, which would allow you to synchro summon again. Blustering Winds. This targets a face-up monster that you control. It gets 1,000 attack and defense until your next standby phase. That's a great card. If you're running a warrior deck, you need to have equipped cards. I would recommend that one. This is another good one, Axe of Despair. This gives a monster 1,000 attack as long as this card is equipped to it. And when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can tribute a monster and put this card on the top of your deck. So, well, I'm just throwing cards everywhere. Who cares? Let's just throw those over there. Fusion Sword, Marasmi Blade. This gives a warrior type monster 800 attack, and this card can't be destroyed by spell cards. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing here. We're almost running out of time. A-Forces. For every face-up warrior monster or spellcaster type that you control, it increases the attack of warriors by 200. So say you have 2 warriors, each one of your warrior monsters would get 400. You have 3 warriors, each one would get 600 continuously, up, so on forth. Blah 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 blah. 6 Scrolls of the Samurai. This tributes 2 face-up 6 Samurais to special summon a Great Shogun Shein from your deck. Lightning Vortex. Gotta have this card. Discard 1 card from your hand to destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Great card. Swords. Everyone knows what Swords does. If you don't know what Swords does, then you could look it up. Monster Reborn. This Reborn's a monster from the graveyard. This is no longer banned. I'm glad that they took that away. It was a good card to have. MST. Destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Doesn't negate the activation, unfortunately, but still. Double Summon. This card allows you to normal summon 1 additional turn, but you can only use this card once per turn. I only run 1. Synchros, it's a great card. Swift Strike. This is a face-up continuous. When you use this, if you draw a 6 Samurai during your draw phase, you can special summon that 6 Samurai. Solemn Judgment. Everyone knows what this does. You pay half of your life to negate a spell, trap, normal summon, flip summon, special summon, and destroy whatever it is. It's a counter trap. It's cool. Damage Vaccine Max. This card just came out. I recommend if you run Solemn Judgment, you should have a card just like this, or this card, because whenever you take damage by battle or a card effect, you gain that much life, so you'd lose it and then gain it. Pretty much nothing would happen. I run 2 CardPullz. CardPull is when an opponent normal summons or flip summons a monster and it has 1,000 attack or higher, you can destroy that monster. It's a great card. Magic Drain, counter trap. It negates the activation of a magic card unless your opponent discards 1 magic card from their hand. The only reason I run this is because you can get rid of a magic card from their hand, and maybe you have another card face down to negate it. Regardless, they'd lose a magic and they'd lose the magic in their hand. It's cool. Dust Tornado destroys 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, and after that you can set a spell or trap card. It's really cool. Wabaku reduces any battle damage to you to 0 this turn. And Compulsory Evacuation Device. It returns 1 monster on the field to the owner's hand. This is a great card to have. But, sorry I had to rush there at the end, guys. I'm running low on time. This video is kind of getting long. Subscribe, like, comment, you know. I'm pretty sure Matt will be doing his deck update sometime here soon, or his deck profile. And this has been Tyler's deck with the 6 Samurais, and catch you dudes later. Alright, peace.